Hello, hi, and welcome back to the channel. This is Crunchy, sometimes known online as Podgy the Bear. This is my take on, just to muddy the waters alongside everything else you've read, heard, seen about Forza Motorsport. This is my take on my PC. First thing I would say that my CPU was unsupported because it's about 5-6 years old now. It's an early slowish i7. Notwithstanding that, I could ignore that and the game seemed to play alright. So what is the game like? Suffice to say that so long as you're not a hardcore racing simmer, hi there guys, you should like this game. Graphically, of course, it is superb. If you've got the power, if you've got a modern PC built in the last 2 or 3 years, it should run well with ray tracing and everything. I can't run ray tracing. I've got a 2070 Super, which does its best, but I can maybe only run it on like high settings. I can put ray tracing on, but the frames do drop. I try to keep VSync on for the look of my videos and gameplay experience, and I try to run things at 60 FPS. In this, you're going to see me in an early part of the game in the Builders Cup, which is basically the first competitive part of the career. You do a few test runs first and it shows you LMPs and some other stuff. I've kind of chosen Subaru. You get an option of 3 cars at the front. One is this Subaru 4-wheel drive, you get a Honda Civic, and you get Ford, what do you call them? You will see me driving with my trusty Logitech G920 from the oldie days. I've had that about, God knows, 5 or 6 years or more now. However, the settings would not remember. To be clear, I use my clutch pedal as the brake because of problems with my brake pedal. And you could reassign that in the settings. It would not remember it. And every time you go into a game, it seems as though it doesn't remember a lot of stuff that you tell it. Sometimes when I was changing the graphics, it wouldn't remember the graphics. But I think after a while, especially if you switch the game off and on, it seems to remember some settings then. Anyway, for this we're going to be at Mugello in Italy. Is it near Milan? Somewhere like that. This is race 2 of the series. I got the premium edition. This is why I'm playing it like sort of 4 or 5 days early. With the premium edition, you get lots of cars, you get access to VIP extras in the game, VIP races, etc. But as I say, we're going to Mugello. I've got sports rules on. Permanent difficulty I put on 5.
Between
I think
each event, you'll have the opportunity to upgrade your car. Use the valuable car points you've earned for new performance parts.
A narrator comes on and tells you about upgrading and tuning, of
series.
course, which is kind of standard for Forza series.
Leveling up your car earns you car points, or CP for short. Using your CP gets you the best performance upgrades to install. Try to experiment with different parts. If a part doesn't get you the results you were looking for, remove it. Then use the refunded CP for something else.
So as you can see here, I'm upgrading the car with stuff I got earlier.
Alright, now that we have some new parts installed, let's head out for our next event.
So let's head out to the Mugello circuit and see how we get on. I'm going to show you what things look like in game. This is in 2K, but as I say, a lot of the detail is off. It doesn't look too bad. I get it to run at 60 FPS. I think you'll see the FPS meter at the top, middle of the screen when it comes on. A bit more information about
Changing one
assist.
driving assist at a time is the best way to understand how each affects car control. While you're running the required practice laps, push that new build to the limit to hit that target lap time.
So here we are at the circuit. Got to do a bit of practice first, of course.
As you practice, you'll pass through select track segments that are key to fast lap times. Your time is tracked through key segments, and when you improve your time, you'll receive a car progression bonus.
I'm using the in-car settings. I've altered the FOV a bit, which you can do to a certain extent, which is good. So anyway, this is my first attempt, and then this is the point where I realise my brakes haven't been assigned properly. So I decide to take that again. So this is, I've got to redo the inputs, you see. So axis 4 is, which is the clutch, save that. We're going to resume. We haven't even got the right view either, so I'll get the right view. Here we are. This is the preferred view for myself. I've got it on imperial measurements, so I've got miles per hour. And there you can see, as I say, the FPS at the top of the screen, which is kind of, I've asked it to try and achieve 60 FPS, which it does. There's no DLSS on here. I just don't like the way it muddies the picture. So we're kind of doing, yeah, this practice here gives this guy on the right a bit of room here. So I'm wondering, do these cars, see, that's one of the other cars you can pick, that yellow one there, I'm sure it is.
Every circuit features key segments, like the one you just completed, that we can use to gauge your overall lap performance. Experiment with where to get on the brakes, when to accelerate, and find your perfect racing line to shave precious seconds off your lap time.
Little bit of advice there. On this I've got to do 3 laps. Got to try and beat 1:08.99. I know the circuit best from some motorbike games I've got, like Ride 4 I think has got this. As you can see, I've got the racing line up. I've got about on the medium simulation level. There's 3 levels: Club, Sport and Super Expert, which I'll probably move up to at some point. So as you can see, it looks quite nice. As you can see, you can level up the car with your driving skills. See, it looks quite nice, but there's very few, as I say, very few post-processing effects on here. But it still looks nice. I mean, basically, even without ray tracing, it's a nice looking game. The draw and view distance seems to be quite high in the background there with those mountains.
There you go. That was your fastest time through that segment this session. Keep it up, and we'll have no problem getting the results we're after today.
The force feedback on the driving with this is with the wheel. This is with the 920, as I said. It's a lot better than driving with the Xbox controller. And I think I've used some of the force feedback settings recommended by Overtake GG in a video he made, was it yesterday or the day before? It's now the 6th of October, by the way. Yeah, so this Subaru is quite nice. Seems plenty powerful. I'm not sure, did we get it up to 5th gear coming along here before? So this will be the 3rd of the 3 laps that we're due to do.
Did the work in practice. We can go race.
Right, we're off racing now. Just so this isn't me driving at the pits, but not matter. But it's a, you know, cutscene as it were. So here we are. We're up on the grid. I'm assuming my time has put me not at the front in that error video we still posted yesterday. So here's a nemesis, a deadly rival. This is a bit like Grid, isn't it, with this kind of effect. So fuel load, going to put that up to 33%. He's the driver level 1, him. This is me, this is outside of the car. I say no ray tracing on here, but it still looks kind of nice. And the view in car is a bit dark. So anyway, let's see how we get on here. Trying to find myself some space here. So I've intercut the in-game with some replay footage here at the appropriate places. Hope you like it. Give me a like and subscribe if you like my work. So yeah, they've got this rewind stuff which we don't really do. Come on the brakes here to avoid hitting people here. So this guy in front of me in the black car, he's in an Astra. I've already got some damage to the side there. Somebody's broken down, I'll come off the circuit there, which is a nice little touch for the AI drivers. NPCs. See if we can catch this Astra. So all the time top right there, you can see I'm getting track segment scores and stuff. Ooh, bit heavy on the brakes there. Obviously the car is not tuned, so there's somebody overtaken anyway. The car's not tuned. I think I've got a few little parts I put on there during the upgrade chat. But I think it's just roll bars and possibly change the wheel rims, stuff like that. So nothing too extensive. Here we are. So yeah, I need a new PC. This one's about 6 years old. It's had some updates, but nothing to the CPU. Got a bit more RAM, but it's a slowish motherboard, slowish RAM. It's a slowish chip now. Anyway, I need a new one. Oops! Jesus, that car has been so slow. No penalty, oh god. Right, see if we can get past this guy. Yeah, that's nicely done. Got a little bit wide there. Bit over braking there. As I say, the brake pedal, which because I'm using the clutch, is too easy to press down, of course. So that needs adjusting some way, somehow. To me, it looks more detailed in the first person view than in the replay view. Maybe I could turn things up for the replays. But it just looks dark in this view here. I've got motion blur on low. I'm not really a fan of motion blur. But I suppose it is sort of like evening time, isn't it? It looks almost towards sunset, or almost like, oh, gone too deep in the corner there, that's me off. There goes the guy in the red car. Oh, that was bad. See if we can get him on the straight. So he's braking now, I think. Oh, he's got a better line than me. Right, here we go. Can I take him? Looks like I'm too far behind.
One more. Finish strong.
One more, she says. So yeah, there's lots of options to play. It's an enjoyable experience. It is quite expensive, especially with the premium if you pay the full RRP. And I think the extras with the premium edition is you get a free car every month, you get the VIP stuff. Yeah, you know, a few inducements to pay the extra £25–30 for the premium edition. Whether it's worth it is, I guess, up to your own point of view about how much you like Forza. But I say most people who like sim racing will enjoy this. Yes, it's not deadly serious and it's not super accurate and the physics aren't super duper. But it's probably the best, well, like always, it's the best Forza there's ever been. Every Forza's been an improvement. I've been a Forza fan and user since Forza 2. So I finished 8th there, which wasn't fab. So, yeah, this is what I got, a Super iSTI 19. So P8, 4 laps, 24 drivers, yeah. So that's me, 7th in the Builders Cup intro thingy. There's only one more race to go. So I'm going to be struggling to win this. Anyway, there's me, I have my VIP outfit on. And there's my Subaru car. It looks nice. The game is great. I'm going to certainly enjoy it. Whether you will or not is up to you. Here's the 3 podium guys. Fictitious people. Fictitious names. In a fictitious game. So, yeah, I would buy it if you like sim racing and you like good graphics games. If you've got a good PC, especially a fairly modern PC, I would go for it. So I've got 6,500 points there, got 15,200 credits. I've got a lot of cash. Oh, that was another thing you get with the Premium Edition. They give you loads of in-game money. So we've unlocked a flywheel.
Only one more event left to go in the series. Let's get going.
So we're going to Kyalami next. Wish me luck. Bye for now, guys.